Hi guys, how are you? Hopefully everybody's having a good night tonight. So you'll notice I am in the weather office. Neck's hurting pretty good tonight. Currently talking to Don to see if he's going to go out and chase. We'll bring him onto the StreamYard here if that comes true fruition, and we will go from there. So what we're going to talk about real quick is this little cell that we got right here north of Logansport. What we're watching is this line out here. We got a tornado warning south of Champaign. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to see the motion of this. And we'll kind of go out a little bit and see exactly what's coming towards us because you can't really trust it that far out. So what we'll do real quick, see if I remember how to use this thing. I think it's this one. So that's more what that line looks like, but we can actually go over here, shut that off. So the reason I have it in the velocity scan is because I want to see what this is actually doing. So Atwood, Illinois is currently where the storm's heading. You can see that there is a little bit of rotation right in this area, possibly up here, and then again right here. So that's currently what's going on in that line. Nothing as far as what I'm concerned heading towards us. And the reason I'm saying that is because as this is going to come into our area, it's going to struggle with instability and dew points a little bit. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. We'll see where this takes us. So nothing crazy in Indiana at this time. Let's go back to our radar station here. So you can see up here we have some lightning starting to pop off. We'll get rid of that there. We can see definitely some strong winds inside of there and whatnot. So it's going to get really windy. Excuse me. A lot of my concern falls into what kind of winds are we looking at back here? So the brighter the color, the worse the winds are going to be. And so you see a lot of 30s and 40s, some 20s in there. Way out here, this is looking way up higher in the atmosphere. So we'll have to see what that's going to bring to us. A lot of the severe thunderstorm warnings that I've been seeing have been just associated with winds so far. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning here. Let's see what see what that guy's about. So it's got some hail and some 60-mile-per-hour winds. Tornado possible tag on that. That's related just to winds. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this as it tracks over here. There's a tornado watch over here. We're under severe thunderstorm watch here in Huntington. They got it for 6 hours and 2 minutes. So currently from this line, there we go. Everything's about 150 miles away. So we got a few hours yet before this is going to get to us. Like we talked earlier today, this is expected to hit our area generally about 11 o'clock tonight. So what we can do is look and see what the HRRR model was looking at for us. That's 04 Zulu, so that would be at midnight. So maybe this thing slowed down a little bit. You can see that low pressure up there in southern Michigan and then the snow behind it. But you can see you have more of a structured line here. And then as we go forward through time, it kind of falls apart. We still have a linear line. You can kind of see some of these hooks embedded in interior there. Still not really seeing a lot of that instability in our area. So you can see as you go forward in time there, it just kind of dissipates. Starts out strong in Illinois, and then it just kind of falls apart. So that's kind of what we're looking at. If we had instability signatures like that I hit the wrong button. In our area, if we had that over here, I would be concerned. Those are definitely some areas that could see tornadoes. Notice how it has strengthened with that southern flow. We did talk that could be a little bit of a possibility there with some of that southern flow. I still don't see it really coming up as far as us for the instability. So as you look over here, we're in the hundreds. It takes 2,000 generally for a tornado to really form. So, we go forward in time here. when things are going to come through, and the instability is just going to fall apart once the sun continues to fall. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it for you guys. We're going to be here and until it's done. So you can see it's definitely still taking that strong northeast direction there. Give me 1 second. Get a little bit of a better view going here if it'll pull up. There we go. Hopefully you can still see me. I minimized everything. There we go. So see if we can get this to pop up. You'll get a little bit more of an idea of what everything looks like. So give me just a second here. Oh, we don't care about that. All right. So there's the current line. And where that instability pocket is over there, you can definitely see some tornado warnings and whatnot. Some of the rain is a little bit more depicted heavier on this radar than what I was seeing on the other radar app I use. So we kind of zoom in here. We got severe thunderstorm warning up here. What does that mean? Like I said, mainly it's just for winds. That's the hazard. So we'll keep an eye. We got high wind warnings down south of us. And we're just going to keep an eye on everything that's going on here for wind down here. And for wind. So that's mainly like our big threat. That's what we talked about. And that's what we're expecting. So you can see kind of as it's getting over to our direction, it's still currently strengthening. But as things dissipate, we should see it fall apart a little bit. So we will get there and see how things are looking and in just a short bit. So I'm going to keep an eye on those storms that are in front of it there. You can see some rain depicted on the radar. If those decide to strengthen, that could change our game a little bit depending on instability. But like I said, it's going to struggle as it gets to our part of the state. So the reason I came live right now is because a lot of people were asking, what's it look like? What's your input? I'm still sticking to what I was talking about earlier, unless the instability changes. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it as it crosses the state line. That's going to give me a lot bigger of a picture to depict what this is going to bring for us. So if you're looking at the direction this is traveling, anything down around here is what I'm going to be actually watching as it comes across I-70 and starts to come up north through Marion and up to us. Well, I guess it'd be more like Converse. Oh, I still have the wrong banner up. So that's what we're going to be watching for. And yeah. So the problem with this, so you see this cold front over here. So that's going to have to eventually drop south a little bit. And that's where the change is actually going to occur as far as instability goes. And you can see the sharp cutoff when it starts to change to snow back there on the backside, which I'm going to watch for. I don't see us really getting a whole lot of slick spots or anything like that. We're going to have to keep an eye out for it, though. Some of the snowfall rates associated with that cold front could be high. So we will keep an eye on that for you as well as we get to that point. So happy to be back in the weather office today, just back for this and a few days, and then we're going to have to get our acts together and get back out of town. So, yeah. So once we get, looks like we've got another new tornado warning up there. Radar indicated. Let's go take a look at that, shall we? It's not even showing on here yet. So this line right here, you can see that would be a beautiful wall cloud to look at. So that tornado warning, I believe looking at the other one would be probably somewhere around here. I'd probably bet it was right here. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this as it gets closer to our area. We can turn that little button on so we know where we're at. That's us right there. Get rid of the radars. There we go. So that's us. We're watching this area down here for development, and we'll go from there. All right. Does anybody have any questions while I'm here? And like I said, we're going to continue to monitor as things progress here and get a little bit closer. So If we do start to get any alerts or warnings for our area, we will definitely be alive and we will go through that. And if Don decides he's going to go out and chase this for you guys, we will work on getting him a link so he can go live on this platform rather than the sketchy Facebook platform. So this will allow it to be a little bit more high def and a little bit more active. So we'll be able to interact with him. And I'll touch base with you guys here in a little bit.